Greetings, this is Doc Ock coming to you live and direct from Black Facts Headquarters Central this evening. Greetings to one and all. I hope everybody had a really good day. I know I did. Was upstairs busy making some granola. That's right. Homemade granola. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I got my papaya spears in there and my mangoes. I even got some prunes, and I put some. What's the other one I put in there? I put in there some dates, and I'm getting ready to go back upstairs and make my last batch for the day. I'm gonna make some and put some figs in it. That's right, because every man, as it says in the Bible, shall live under his vine and fig. If you don't do anything else, that's one thing you can do. If you like living big, you need to be living under your vine and fig. And right now, what I'd like to do is a little bit of a jig. But you see, I'm somewhat confined because I don't have that much space in here to do a jig. So I just think real big as I think about you doing a jig. As you go ahead and jig on down and give us a like and then a thumbs up on your way to subscribing to the Black Facts YouTube channel, otherwise known as the Tubular Black Facts channel. If you could do all three of those things, that would be real fine. And in the meanwhile, we're going to read another proverb. I'm working on my Kiswahili proverbs. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to do that for the whole month of April. We're going to be featuring Kiswahili proverbs. Yeah, we're going to have a whole month of that. So you can look forward to that for the month of Avril, otherwise known as April. And here we go. We got a proverb for you here today. I like this one right here. If the bull would throw you, lie down. If the bull would throw you, lie down. Now, that's one there for you to think about. If the bull would throw you, lie down. And that is a proverb from Nigeria. Nigerian proverb. And let's move along. Moving right along here. We're going to move right into our African folklore for the evening. Not sure what country this one's coming from, but this one is talking about why children belong to the mother. Now, here in the USA, we have a little saying. It goes, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Because typically, you always know who somebody's mother is. But now, who's the daddy? That's a good question. Daddies can be somewhat questionable. So here we have a story that was documented by Carter G. Woodson back in the 1920s. Looks like it was first documented by him back in the 1920s. Yep, it was, because he passed away in 1950. So documented back in the 1920s, and they're talking about why children belong to the mother. Why children belong to the mother. There was once an animal called a Jim, which had two sons named Obegud and Igwe. They lived in the forest near the home of a poor man and a wife who had 12 children. 12 of them, count them. One day, the parents left their children at home and went to their farm. While they were away, and the children were singing and playing together, the wicked beast, a Jinn, heard their voices. She sent her son, Obegud, to their home to say that he had something to sell. The beast did so, and the children asked him to show his wares. As soon as he had succeeded so far in attracting their attention, he went back singing a song to let Ajim know that all was well. Ajim then rushed to the home and stood outside of the gate, a fearful sight. Then she thrust out her long, sharp claws, seized the child, and carried it off to her den in the woods. On their return from work on the plantation, the parents missed one of their children. 1 out of 12. And they're missing a child already. Who would have thought? They heard from the others that a monster with a very long mouth had killed him and carried him off. Long they wept for their lost child, and when the time came to go to the farm next day, the father bade his wife go alone while he waited at home to catch a gene. At first the woman would not go, but after a while her husband persuaded her, so she left him and went on. At noon, the beast sent out her other son, Igwe, telling him to say what his brother Obegud had said the day before. He did so, and again the children asked him to bring out his wares. He then ran homeward, singing as he went another song as a sign to Ajim that all was well. All was well. When Ajim heard this, she again came out to take one of the children. She came to the gate as before. The man was well armed, but at the horrible sight of the beast, he lost his courage. He ran for his life through the forest. He left his children helpless before the greedy monster. Ajim then seized another child and carried it off to make of it a great feast. Man, this is terrible. When the mother returned and learned that a second child had been taken, she was heartbroken. With her eyes filled with tears, she turned fiercely on her husband and asked why he had not saved his child. To cover up his cowardice, he told her that he had become suddenly sick and had to leave the infants for a while, and during his short absence, the monster had come and taken another. The children, however, all cried out, "No, no, 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 Mama." Father fled in terror at the sight of the animal and left us to face the danger alone. The mother was angry at him for his cowardly act and drove him away. He did not need to be told a second time. He went out and hid himself in the woods nearby. The mother said she would risk her life to save her children. She got a very sharp sword and waited for the beast, which came again as before, and thrust her head through the gate to seize the child. Then the woman took courage, faced the danger, and killed the beast. The children gave loud shouts of joy. The father, who had heard all of this, came from his hiding place in the hope that all danger was then over. Obegud and Igwe, the two sons of Ajim, however, had heard the noise of the struggle and now rushed out to the aid of their mother. When the man saw these other two monsters, he ran back to his hiding place, but the woman held her position and was not afraid. She saved her children and killed the beasts. When the mother had finished the fight with the beast, out came the worthless husband from his hiding place and asked for a knife, that he might divide the flesh of the beast between himself and his wife. The best of the flesh he kept for his share, and gave the heads only to the woman who had saved the children and had slain the beast. To this, the mother of the children refused to agree. She called upon Master Obasi to decide between her husband and herself. To whom did the flesh of the beast belong? Obasi heard her cry and sent a messenger to bring them before him. When they arrived, the wife stood forth, bowed, and said, "After promising to fight Ajim and protect our children, my husband ran away and left them for the monster to kill. I am the one who stood forth fighting and slew not only the beast, but also her two young ones. Yet my husband desires to give me only the heads of all these animals. I come then to claim my right before our master, Obasi." Obasi then asked the husband what he had to say in defense of taking such a large share, but he could not dispute what his wife had said. It was clear to Obasi that the wife had the brave heart to defend her children when their father had fled in fear. Obasi scolded the husband for deserting his children. He then gave order that from thenceforward no man should claim any property which his wife had risked her life to get. Obasi also said that should the wife choose to take the other 10 children away from her husband, she should be permitted to do so, for she had suffered much for their sakes. A woman is sure to risk her life for her children, though there are but few men who will do so. It is because of this decision that when a woman leaves her husband and returns to her parents, she may be forced to give up all gifts received from him, but not her children, nor any other thing for which she may have risked her life. Hold a true friend with both hands. A counselor who understands proverbs soon sets difficult matters aright. Nobody is twice a dunce. Hopefully. Remember that all flowers of a tree do not bear fruit. And that's 4 additional proverbs for the night. I see he likes to include proverbs at the end of his stories, where we like to include proverbs at the end of his. We like to include them at the beginning of our stories. So now you're getting proverbs at the beginning and the end, from the alpha to the omega, from the rooter to the tutor. You know it's a bad motor scooter. And all you little children out there who've been listening in, you know what time it is. It's time for you to lay your little heads on your little pillows, on your little beds, close those eyes, and wait for those sunbeams to beam down on your eyes, alerting you to the fact that it's now time for you to rise and shine, for a new day has arrived, and you know it's going to be divine, especially if it's being enjoyed by one of mine. Meanwhile, all you adults, you know what time it is too. It's time for you to go ahead and give us a like and or a thumbs up, and then go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, invite your friends and your family too. You can invite everyone to share with you. You might as well, because you're getting it all for free right here from me. So as you can see, the best things in life are still given freely. Absolutely. And this is Doc Ock signing off. As I say, good evening to Brother Imhotep. I see you out there. And Sister, well, I'm taking this as sister, could be a brother, Imani. All right? I see the two of them out there. And just give a little shout out on my way to return upstairs to my dinner for the night. Oh yes, I'm getting ready to go ahead and take flight. Peace out, y'all. We'll see you on the upside tomorrow at noon. Look for us here at high noon, when the shadows are short and the stories are just moderately long. Not too long. Just long enough for you to enjoy them during your noontime respite. Peace out without a doubt. Doc Ock signing off.